is up, guys? So today I just got back from Animate X Nightmare Weekend 2025. So yeah, new convention experience video today at Nightmare Weekend. Though it is now Animate X Nightmare Weekend, combination of their voice acting conventions, Animate, as well as the Nightmare Weekend, the horror brand, Galaxy Con, which is kind of interesting choice to do. They did that before in the ones, but now they do it today for Nightmare Week in Richmond. They're apparently doing it again in Cleveland, so that's interesting. I guess they try to make it bigger than before for Nightmare Weekend. I don't know, but it's interesting. And I had a great experience. I met all of them were very cool people, all six of them, and I met six celebrities that I wanted to meet. Starting out with the two actors from the Terrifier franchise. The first of which being Samantha Scaffidi, who you might know as Vicky Hayes, who of course is like the final girl of the first movie, who turned psychotic in the end, and the kind of ending of the film, though her psychotic, her being evil happens in the opening of the first movie, although it becomes, and then she becomes more evil in the second movie. I've not seen the third movie, but I will this Christmas. So yeah, I got to meet her, and I thought she was very sweet. I really loved meeting her. We talked about how me watching the Terrifier franchise, how gory it is. Apparently, Samantha says that she closed her eyes watching it, which I don't blame her, honestly. And I told her that I've seen the both of them, and I was saving Terrifier 3 for Christmas. And she said, perfect opportunity. And she also asked me what made me interested in these movies, and it was because I watched Invincible and I played Mortal Kombat 1. I thought maybe watching Terrifier won't be that bad. And also because my dad watched these movies, so I wanted to watch them. And so yeah, so I met Samantha Scaffidi, and we took a picture, and it was a very cool picture. And so yeah, so after that, we kind of looked around for just a bit before meeting Amelie McLain, who plays the little pale girl, or the clown's sidekick. And she was super fun as well. Really like her, really enjoyed meeting her. She asked me what's my favorite franchise, and she said Terrifier 2. I've not seen Terrifier 3. And also I told her that you were creepy in the movie, and she was actually touched by it. She like, thought that was interesting, thought that was pretty cool. Took the picture, shook hands, and then also, by the way, I also during when at Samantha's line, she asked me what quote to put, and she had shows "Leave me alone, you effing maniac" from the first movie. Thought that was a crazy line delivery, so that was that. And then I immediately went to go in Peter Weller's line, which was interesting because it was long, but for a reason, because he is a talker. Like, he talks about like film and books and stuff like that. He was talking about a movie with Sean Connery, as well as Cleopatra. Like, he's a historian apparently, so I guess that's why he likes to talk about stuff. And it was interesting to hear him talk about stuff before meeting him, which it was very decent. I thought he was a very decent dude. I got this picture signed, of course, from RoboCop. Big fan of the movies, RoboCop 1 and 2, where she stars in. And I asked him what it was like being Mortal Kombat 11, and all he said was that your favorite thing, the best thing was that the best thing you liked about RoboCop? And I said, no, I'm really a fan of the movies. And and when we were taking the picture, he said that his son says that Mortal Kombat was the best thing about RoboCop, which is kind of hilarious. And we fist bumped, and we tried to go after that, going to Emily Swallow's table, but apparently she was not there. She was like not going like at a Q&A and a lunch, so we had to wait for a little bit. And then we had to stop at Kevin Foster's table, who plays Freddy on Finals of Freddy's movie. And he was a very awesome dude. I asked him what was like wearing the suit, and he said it was hot, which I mean I don't blame him. It kind of feels look like a suit hard to wear, but yeah, really he seemed to enjoy it. And he also I asked him that I liked the first movie, and he told me that well, that's the case. You're gonna love the sequel, which I hope that's true. In December, I hope what Kevin says about Finance of Race 2 becomes true. So yeah, got to meet Kevin Foster, very awesome dude. And then immediately we went to James Marsters line, who I should probably start by saying I I met him not because of Buffy the Vampire Slayer or even Torchwood from this picture. It's because of Smallville as Brainiac. I really loved him in that show, especially at season 7. I really wanted. That's where I was like, oh, I want to meet this dude. So yeah, so I got this picture because they didn't have one from Smallville, unfortunately. Although but that was okay because when I got to meet him, I said, I really like you as Brainiac, and he was like, oh yeah, that was awesome. And he told me a story about how Tom Welling did not know that he was gonna be Brainiac and he was gonna kill him. Thought that was a very awesome story, and really liked. Thought that was a very cool story for him to tell him that Tom Welling did not know that he was gonna be Brainiac. So yeah, we took a picture, and he was a very super cool dude. I really enjoyed meeting him. So James Marster is really nice. And finally, we finally got the chance to meet Amelie Swallow, which took a little while. It's only like 15 minutes or so. And I got her to sign this picture, which I thought was my favorite picture of the tape on her table with armor and her Amelie herself. And she said to Alan, "This is the way, Amelie Swallow." And she noticed my shirt, and also Peter Weller as well. He really liked my pumpkin shirt. She told me, I guess because of my shirt, what am I gonna be for Halloween? And I said, Peacemaker. And we took the picture. Oh, and I also, of course, tell her I'm a fan of Mandalorian and Supernatural, where she plays the darkness. And we took the picture. And one thing cool about the picture is that I hold the armor's hammer, which is pretty neat. And she also has the statue of like a art of her, like a silver one, which was given by someone who was like selling stuff, which I thought that was a very cool item. And we took the picture, and we said happy Halloween to each other, which is very nice. So yeah, so good thing to end it off with my most anticipated one at the convention, Amelie Swallow. So yeah, so that was my experience at Nightmare Weekend Richmond 2024. So very happy to be there, and hope next year comes awesome, because next year is gonna be very exciting. So yeah, that was my experience at Nightmare Weekend 2025, and stay tuned for more epic videos.